hearing like, if a new PT client I've got, for example, she inquired and I rang her 3 minutes after her email came through. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Life, Business and Bodybuilding. It's been a hot minute, but we are back and I have another very special human joining me today. This person, very, very close to me. We've known each other for getting on 19 years now. I did the math before. It's pretty crazy. We've been there for each other in the most monumental times of our life, good and bad. We have started businesses together. We've failed businesses together. We made a lot of money. We've probably lost more money, but there's no better human that I would rather do that with. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Liam Crivelli.
Thank you.
How you
Pleasure
doing,
to
mate?
be here. Yeah, I'm great, man.
Thanks for driving out.
Thank you. Thank you. Anytime. How you been?
I'm been well. Been good. Training's good. Trying to be large. It's not working.
I'd probably debate that.
It's the never home attire.
Yeah.
Ryan 10.
Nah, very good.
You're welcome. Now, first up, every successful person, every successful business, all starts with zero. Zero money, zero resources, zero subscribers, zero fans, all this sort of stuff. The only difference is, I guess, from that to normal people, is their ability to start. So in saying that, tell me about Revive, how it started, where it is now, and the journey with that.
Yeah, look, I think you nailed it as well, because you also start with no idea. And you kind of quickly figure it out because you're forced to. And I think the biggest thing for me as well was, if you don't take the plunge, you never will. I did it when I went into PT. I left my job. I said, if I don't quit, I'll never do it. And then obviously going into wanting to open a gym. Well, if I didn't quit doing Fitness First PT, I would have never had the gym and I would have never started it. And who knows where I'd be today. So
Great memories, right?
Great memories. Great people. Met some phenomenal people. And they probably helped shape my career and my desire to go into owning a gym as well. But I kind of thought, I'm spending the money anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just roll the dice, see what happens. And funnily enough, my biggest light bulb moment, or my biggest supporter, was probably my dad, where I came home and I thought, shit, what do I do? I'm kind of torn. Do I go all in? Do I play it safe? And he's probably polar opposite to me. He's very much safe, but will encourage me to take risks. So
Most of that generation is, though, aren't they? I think.
Well, exactly.
To a point, yeah.
And that's where I think it's quite rare, where he will say, do it. Like, what do you got to lose? Money. You've got time on your side. Just do it. So I did it.
Yeah.
And it was a tough 2 years, a lot of lessons, a lot of really long hours, a lot of fumbling my way through it, looking for help, not having help, looking for other people for inspiration, failing a shitload of times, having small wins, and then just stacking them up and thinking, you know what, if I can just keep winning, almost like the win the day, if I can compound those little 1%ers, I'm gonna win eventually.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time, and I'll just just keep showing up, basically. And fast forward 2 years, I was probably in a tricky spot where it was a case of, do I close or do I move? I was out a little bit further away from where I grew up, and I thought, if I move closer to my home, where my little community was, I've got a lot of supporters there. And I remember over that first 2 years, a lot of people would say, if you ever move closer, I'll come and train with you, even though I was 15 minutes down the road. So I thought, stuff it. A great opportunity came up, and I moved. And same thing, I didn't actually have any more tools. But I thought, okay, well, this will re-inspire and give me new drive. And I put out, actually, I just signed the lease and I was shitting myself. And
it was substantially more expensive from what I remember.
Yeah, it was close to double the rent.
Yeah.
And I had to put a bit more equipment in and do it all up and do those cosmetic things. But then I thought, I'm going to put out a promo, just train for free for 4 weeks. I'll get heaps of people in the door. Heaps will stay. It'd be awesome. I had one person. And I thought, oh, shit. What have I done here? And then I thought, you know what? If I was going to buy something online, it was free, I'd be like, why is it free? What's wrong with it? So I relaunched the same ad, but made it 4 weeks for $100. I sold 44 people in 3 days.
Isn't that crazy?
And then I went, thank God.
So why do you think that is though? Sorry to cut you off. Is it because now if someone's paying the money for it, then they've got something to lose themselves? Is that kind of...
Yeah, I think people have to have a buy-in.
Yeah.
They've always got to have a buy-in because...
More of a commitment to it.
A commitment to it. Because if it's free, then they've got no investment.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it could be $100, it could be $1,000. It doesn't matter. It's more like, oh, I've paid something for this product. I'm going to make good use of it.
Yeah.
And that could be anything, any service, any product, whatever it may be. But yeah, I've always found, and even to today, the more you charge for a product, the better the value someone holds to it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of gyms and PTs compete in that low end space, thinking that you're going to compete on price. Same thing, another lesson my dad gave me: be better than the rest, or you'll end up competing on price.
Yep.
And I reckon that was awesome advice because it's so true. You eventually just go, well, I'll just keep reducing my price until people buy it, and that gets you nowhere fast.
Yeah. So talk to me about Revive though. So what is it? Plug it. Tell people what it is. How you different from other generic gyms that do maybe similar things to what you do.
So we're group PT.
Yeah.
And we basically the concept is one-on-one PT in a group format. It's strength based, so it's lower body days, upper body days. We don't get caught up in the fads and a lot of the gimmick styles of training that you see in the group training space.
So much now too, which is so frustrating.
And you see it, and we get a lot of people who come from it.
Yeah.
And the first thing they say is, holy shit, I've never been helped like this before.
Yeah.
Which is mind blowing to me because people have never been happier to pay so much money for such a little service.
Yeah.
So we always focus on strength. We focus on progressive programming. It's done repeated weeks so people can come in and train week by week by week by week and get better before we change the program.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of the big difference in the early days where people, or as an owner, programmer, coach, you kind of think, are they going to get bored of this because we're repeating stuff?
Yeah.
But I feel like people actually crave that repetition because they're like, well, I didn't get a chance to get better at that other thing, and now we've changed it.
Yeah.
So we actually started extending it from 2-week blocks to 3-week blocks, and now we're up to 4-week blocks.
Yeah.
And people even now will be like, oh, I wish I had another week on this.
Yeah.
So I really feel like I'm progressing and growing. Strength is up. We might change rep numbers and things like that, but it's a real, like a human desire to go, I just want to pick up the heaviest thing possible.
Yeah.
Under guidance.
Do you find the retention rate because of that is greater? Like, is your drop off rate? You're always going to have drop off. I'll train people; they'll always drop off. You will, they will. But it's like, have you found that your retention rate is greater because of that? I guess your system is keeping them more accountable.
Yes, because I feel like people who train with us aren't chasing the next thing.
Yeah,
they're happy with repetitive training. And like, bodybuilding and training hasn't changed for hundreds of years.
A bent over row still builds a back, bro.
Squat, dead, bench. They're all staple movements in our
chicken
program.
rice, take some gear, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, probably different market, but that's all right. But it's so true. And it's such a simple concept. And the industry is just getting so confused.
Mm.
It's like, we've got to think of a new exercise. Why? Bench still works.
So let's even just... I knew this would happen. We would deviate, and we're always going to. But it's like, is that just a content thing for followers and likes because there's something different on Instagram? Because we know, let's say for bodybuilding, you do a chin-up, a deadlift, and a barbell row, your back's going to grow. It's going to be fantastic. But like to do all this other stuff now because it looks pretty on Instagram and it's all lovey-dovey and it's all fancy and this sort of stuff. Oh, wow, I want to work with that guy. But it's like, because if I say to you, hey, do 8 sets of barbell row, give me $400, you're going to be like, no. Where's the single arm lat pull down with a 3-second negative and a 4-second pause with an 8-second ferry cartwheel at the end of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, now I'll pay it.
And they're the people who need the distraction.
Yeah.
I feel like they're the people who come in and get bored with our training are never going to stay.
Yeah.
Because they need, it's almost like
I guess
really
you kind
busy
of don't want
brain.
them either.
Exactly, yeah. And I say that straight up now.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably didn't for the first 5 years.
Yeah.
But I'll say, you'll get an inquiry and someone will say, what do you do? We do strength and we do it really fucking good.
Yeah.
But it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So if you want to run around and do your fairy cartwheels,
Yeah.
we're not the right place.
Cool. The gym down the road might offer it.
Because I don't want to sell you into a program that I know isn't what you want or what we do, because you're going to leave a week later.
Yeah.
And I'd prefer you not start than do a week and have to cancel.
Yeah.
And it's almost disruptive to business because you've got more people in and out and other members see it. Oh, what happened to so-and-so that started on Monday? Oh, he left. Oh, it just looks bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, just back to basics. And I think the simpler the format, and you got to keep them busy. A lot of people can tolerate, especially in the early days until they get really, really strong, they can tolerate volume well. It's when they get really strong where you've got to simplify their programming even more, as you would know.
Yeah.
You do 3 exercises, you do 2 hard working sets, whatever.
Yeah.
But some people who love our concept and our style still want a bit of variety and more. They want to really feel like they've worked. And it's funny because our current programming is 9 sets of our compound lift. So it's a wave loaded compound lift. So 9 sets of back squats to start with. I did it the other day. It took me like 45 minutes to do 9 sets.
Yeah.
Our sessions go for an hour.
Yeah. Did you do much after that? Like, is there much after that? Or still?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I was absolutely fried.
You go, oh no, sorry.
But some people do. So they're not squatting 150.
Yeah.
They're squatting 55 kilos.
Yeah.
So they can recover faster and do more work in the same workout than someone else who's squatting 150, 160.
Yeah.
And we've got both on the scale, which is hard to program. But as long as you've just got to educate them and say, if you are doing a shitload of weight, you need to have more rest, but we don't want you to sacrifice what you can lift just to finish the program.
Yeah.
Because it's still going to have a lot of impact if you're doing 9 sets of back squats.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Because we're going to go through something different in a couple of weeks' time anyway, where we'll come out of that and we might do a 1RM test or something like that. But it's still relevant. And it was always a bit of a moment where you go, shit, are we going to actually lose people in the simplicity of the training? Because when we first hit 100 members, we trained 4 males.
Wow.
So we had 96 females
shit.
doing strength.
Yeah.
So the whole I don't want to get bulky concept.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, well, these 96 women aren't blowing up.
That's a huge ratio. Women,
Huge.
right? Yeah.
And we just weren't even targeting guys.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys don't want to be told by another guy to lift.
Yep.
So, and women were more likely to bring
referrals
to
and a friend.
A girlfriend or
bring him, yeah.
But a lot of guys, and the 4 guys we had were all mates from cricket.
I feel women are more likely to review and share thoughts about something than guys, right? Men are more likely just to stay, like, let's say a guy thought something was really fucking awesome. They kind of just, oh, it's awesome, but they won't talk about it. Whereas a woman would be more likely to go and tell you, every single person was like, this was so amazing or whatever.
Yes. Yep. And I agree. And I think it shares, they would share it a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of, it's actually funny now that you see it a little bit more, probably from both genders. You'll actually get them to say, I don't want my friend to come here. This is my little thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's almost like it's
this
so
is my
good.
thing.
I want to keep
like
it a secret.
Yeah.
And it's
but you're
funny.
like, no, it's gonna make more money. Bring more people to me.
Yeah, stop. No, we're not running with that. So, but it's funny because, like, you know, if I find something good or a business idea, I'm ringing you.
Yeah, I'm like, do you want to join in or
it's
what?
Like, we start Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's funny how the mindset of a consumer versus a creator.
Yeah.
And I feel it's shifting a little bit. But I also think that the consumer doesn't want to look stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking come and train at Revive. It's so good. And they come down and their friend's not impressed. They look stupid.
Yeah.
I reckon it's a little bit of that. Because they're like, well, I know my friend currently does F45. But they're going to do weights when they come here. They're probably going to hate it. I'm going to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
What a shit friend. You brought me to this place. But it's good because that makes, they really love what we do.
Yeah.
And the buy-in is a lot higher. Because we don't have a competitor in the same space.
Yeah. Well, I said before, you and I, like I said, we've known each other 19 years, been through a lot together, like ups and downs, all this sort of thing. Obviously, we started our journey together at Fitness First, right? I think you were June 07 or April 07. I was July 07.
Feb
You're
07.
Yeah. from memory, I remember this. I'm not sure if you do. Darian Tan.
Yes.
I hope he's still alive. I don't know. Hey, Darian, if you're listening.
Oh, yeah, our friends on Facebook. He's still alive.
Really?
Yeah. Is that?
So, like, he was great at creating a competitive environment between the PTs. And he was really good. He only wanted the best PT. So, he out of all the, what they call it, PT managers,
Yep.
I think he was the best. No disrespect to the other 97 that joined that club, right?
He was the only good one.
Chris Sweeney was great, though. He was good. I'm still friends with Chris.
I never
have
had
to
Chris.
say that.
Oh, maybe just.
He remembers you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
knows
reckon
you, 'cause we spoke about you.
I reckon maybe 6 months.
Little transition, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I think when you first started, after the first month, you held the record at the time for the most number of PT sessions in that first month. What I remember that is like current clients, not total sessions, but after the 4-week starting out period, I have 24 clients.
Yep.
You held that record until I came along and I beat that with 27. So it was like, you and I always had this like fierce little competition, right? We were the same kind of like, I think my niche was a bit different, obviously, because I had biceps, you didn't.
Yeah. I still don't.
Still don't. I sort of do a little bit. It's the shirt. But you and I gravitate to each other very quick. I think you still had the afro, right? Or close.
Probably just needed a haircut.
I've got to find Alex. I'm going to try find a photo of his afro, and you can add that in because it's fucking hilarious. Can you grow that back?
It's actually been coming out a lot.
You've
in the
still
last
got
couple
it.
weeks.
You should do it. Anyway, where was I? Yeah.
So when I started,
Yeah.
the biggest, and I still use this story as an example of how shit the industry became fast. I went in every single day for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
like an internship,
Yep.
to hopefully get the opportunity to pay rent and work for myself.
Yes.
I didn't find out until about 6 months later that wasn't a fitness first process.
Yeah.
That was Darian's process.
Yeah.
And it's like, I came on as a referral and it was 4 weeks of getting my ass up at God knows what hour to get from Greensboro to the city.
You were still whoop whoop. Yeah.
And it's like, I got to be in before Darian because it's going to look good, and doing 14 hours on the gym floor. Like long days, hard slog, come home. Comp sessions.
I haven't done a
triple
comp session in
packs.
20 years. It's like, oh, can I do a free? No, you
Yeah.
pay me.
Yeah.
I've done enough comp sessions.
My free ones are $100.
Yeah.
And it was exhausting.
Yeah.
And I didn't find out until like 6 months later. I was like, you prick.
Yeah.
But I reckon that shapes you because
100%.
it doesn't give you entitlement.
Yeah.
It's like, I know if I get this spot, I've earned it.
Yeah.
And I've worked my ass off. And it probably shows in the outcome. Because fast forward through the years of Fitness First, I worked with some really shit PTs.
Mm-hmm.
Like bad physical shape.
Yeah.
Not that it's the best business card for you, but it brings down the quality of the industry.
Yeah.
I feel. And it shows because they're just getting feet in the door because they're paying rent.
Yeah.
But you're bringing on shit PTs with low retention rates of clients, poor qualities of training. You're not going to pick up more members off the gym floor. And it just looks bad. And I think that was probably part of the reason why I ended up leaving.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to control who I worked with.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it was horrible. Like leaving you,
Yeah.
Macca, all those trainers we worked together for 5-6
Yeah.
years. But even when I left, like when we started, we had 35 PTs.
Yeah. It was up there, man.
Most successful Fitness First in the country.
Yeah. I don't remember everyone's name, but like at the time, it's just like,
But
who
we
are
had
you?
some
Yeah.
unreal PTs
Yeah.
who were really making a crack of it as a career.
Yeah.
But then you get a lot of younger ones who would come in and it's a job.
Yeah.
It's lucrative. It looks
Who's
cool.
still doing it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest telltale is who's doing it full time.
Yeah. I remember also like, and this is one of those things like, not that you go and attack the big dog, but at the time, remember Raul was probably our leader. He was probably like the man.
Yep.
Most sessions, good looking, big guy, pressed the 50s.
And
we
Christian.
didn't.
Christian was up there.
Yes, Christian, because he was there from like 1972 and the gym opened in 2000.
Trying the same people.
Yeah. So you're not try to like be friends with them, but there was just a lot of respect. There was a lot of respect towards those guys. You didn't want to step on any toes. You would often ask for advice, like they were the guys. But then eventually it kind of shifted and this sort of stuff. And I think you were still there around that time. So we became leaders. There was a point there, because I was there up until 2015, like arrogance. So I was that top dog. I had Josh, I had Munya, James coming to me for advice. And now I was mentoring all these other little trainers and stuff. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't go in at the start as the young dog.
Yeah.
Trying to chase Raoul, the Great Dane, and he was the best PT there. And I would ask him, like, what are you doing on the fucking Bosu ball? What is this, or, that sort of stuff, and sort of say what's the best way you're approaching to get a comp session? Because I feel weird saying, hey, I'm Ryan, I'm new PT here. This is my bicep. Do you want to train with me? He's like, nah, just like say, g'day, my name's Raoul. Just started, whatever. And then you walk away.
And then the
next day they're like, oh, hey. And then the next day it's like, hey. And then it's like, oh, so you train here? Yeah, man, what's up? And then you just don't have to do anything. They end up coming to you because you are more perceived as a pretty good dude. You're obviously being honest. You're not trying to fake it and be a dickhead.
And you're building rapport.
Yeah, 100%.
By not selling to them.
But also, and you made a good point because you've been there every single day for 4 weeks from what was gym open at 6, close at 8, right? Or close at 10. So you're there that whole time. So it's like, I need a trainer. Fuck, he's here all the time. What's his name again? Liam, Afro, whatever. So then
and just, hey, and it's just a good morning.
Yep.
Good morning. And same thing even to today. Like I live in my Revive stuff.
Yeah.
So anywhere I go, I'm a walking business card.
Yeah.
So imagine you're getting a coffee and some guy's sort of like, oh, sorry, mate. And you just, oh, no, don't worry, mate. And they'll look down, see the shirt. And before we sort of did like a rebrand, but it's the logo. People will join and be like, oh, how'd you find out about us? I see your shirts everywhere.
Great.
What on, are you just giving them out? I'm like, no, members buy them. It's like the best marketing ever.
More for you. Yeah.
Oh, I've got like 6 parents that pick up that wear them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's like, I've got the Bear Bros truck. I've got the Hilux just covered in Bear Bros. I have to be really careful how I drive.
Yeah.
Because I don't
that's
want
why
to
I don't brand my car anymore.
So I know I've learnt this, but I was on the freeway and look, I'm a good driver, whatever. I must have just cut someone off and like, vroom, I was in one of those days or whatever. Da-dum. Check my phone and it's a picture of someone behind me going like this. It's like, you're a fuckwit. And I'm like, oh shit, sorry. I think I might take it. And then I like literally.
I'll pass it on to the guy driving.
About a week later, I messaged the guy that did the wrap. I was like, how much is it to remove the wrap? And he's like, a couple of grand. I was like, I'll just leave it. I'll just
slide
I'm happy being a fuckwit to this chick who clearly didn't like that I cut her off in my bedroom.
She's already married. She's not going to have a party.
I know, exactly. It's no business anyway, but yeah.
But yeah, and I think like going back to the PT thing, I think the way you come into the industry is huge.
Yes.
Because I think that either sets you up with the mindset of this is my career. Like we're pretty much the same age.
Yep.
We've been in it for more than half our life.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Yeah.
What else would I do?
Mm.
Like if they turned around and closed us, like
what do I do?
Like lockdown.
OnlyFans.
You go, what the? Yeah, I know. I'm still thinking about it.
I got a decent set of glutes. I'll just fucking OnlyFans, mate. It's fine. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. My feet are pretty good.
Your feet.
But it's like, what would I do? And
yeah.
I love the saying, my plan B is that plan A works.
Yeah, that's
like,
great.
I don't have a
write
second
that
option.
down.
So
I'm going to steal that for Wednesday Wisdom.
Or plan.
This will air after Wednesday Wisdom, so it's like
I stole it off you.
Yeah, you stole it off me.
Like plan B is plan A works even better.
Yeah.
And if plan A is not working well enough to the point where I start thinking about plan B, I'm already fucking losing. I've got to go back to my plan A and go, well, how do I execute it better?
Yeah, I like that.
And it's like you are the sum of your daily actions.
Yeah.
And I say it to clients all the time. Your physical shape right now is a sum of all the decisions you've made, good or bad. And they kind of go, oh, well, that's... And then they they know it sinks in, but they still try and get defensive. It's like, but you are.
Yeah.
I look like me because of what I do.
Yeah.
You look like you because of what you do. If you want to change it, change something.
Yeah.
Don't attack me.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what people have never told you before.
Yeah.
And that took me 15 years in the industry to actually have the balls to say it.
Yeah.
And then people will either go, fuck you, and leave. Fine. But they'll always remember that I told them the truth.
Mm.
Which is Liam, because he'll tell you exactly what you don't want to hear.
Which is good. And that's what I love about our friendship too. Like, not blowing smoke, you've always been really honest with me. If I've had a problem with Bear Bros, it's like, we'll do it like this. And I'm like, I know. I just wanted to cuddle.
Voice of reason.
I just wanted a hug.
And that's probably upbringing as well. Like,
yeah.
I even remember moments like post-divorce, right?
Yep.
And I'd be having a shit day and I'd be moping around, move back in with mum and dad. And my dad would go, open the fucking curtains, put some more upbeat music on, and get up and do something. You're going to be sad and miserable if you keep sitting there all day.
Yeah.
So it's like that tough love, and you go, I know I need to, but it just takes someone else saying it.
Yeah.
Where you go, yeah, I really need to just shock myself out of this little funk.
Yeah. I remember, and again, look, I won't go too much into it, but I don't want the podcast to be about this, but it was one of those things where, do you remember you were the first person I rang? I was in Maribyrnong. I'll get teary saying this, but I was in an Airbnb and I'd FaceTimed you or whatever.
You messaged me first.
I think I messaged you first, hey, and I said, hey, look, this has happened or whatever. And you like called straight away, and I don't think I answered the first time. You like, dude, pick up. So call straight away, whatever. You're crying, I'm crying, this sort of stuff. And I think you said, I think like you were just kind of listening first, like just listening to what was going on or whatever. And you probably remember this, and it's like, it's so stupid to say because it's so, I guess, incorrect, but it was just obviously screaming help. But if you remember correctly, I said, I just want to go jump in front of a tram.
Yeah.
And obviously I didn't, but it was just what I felt at the time. I remember you like, where are you? I'm going to come see you. Yeah, this sort of stuff. But within the space of about 10, 15 minutes, I had already started to feel hope because you had been through the same thing maybe a year earlier or 2 years earlier for what it was. And you're like, you know, I think a lot of the time I kept saying, I'm just so worried about the kids, like not my own heartbreak. I'm so worried about the kids. And then you kind of switched it to a point where it's like, you know, this is when you have them. This is when you're present. And, you know, people might judge this or whatever, but you were like, in the time you don't have them, you are going to become the most badass motherfucker that ever walked the earth. You know, you'll succeed in this, you'll succeed in that or whatever. And then I said to you, I was like, so I can still have a good life. And you're like, yeah, bro. Anyway, yeah. And I was like.
And it is. It's like, you have that realization. I mean, you know, it's hindsight and you look back, but you're like, I'm a better dad because you are forced to be with them.
Yeah.
And it is that realization of, well, I'm going to have to step up because they need me.
You don't have a choice.
They're always going to need me.
Yeah.
Like as they get older, they probably need you more.
Yeah.
And it's just someone else going, you know what? I've been in your position, not telling you, oh, you'll be fine. It's like, no, I've been where you are.
Yeah.
And these are the things that helped me. And I think I don't know if you remember me saying it, but I've said it to a couple of people who went through a similar thing.
Yeah.
Quickly understand and find the people who can have the conversation you need.
Yeah.
Because that was huge.
Yep.
Because you get caught up in...
Because you did it by yourself, didn't you? You didn't seek help. You
telling people... Yeah, not until later.
Yeah.
But you get caught telling your story to people who don't have the capacity to help or listen. They're like, oh, just fucking move on. Just get over it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I feel much better. Thanks.
It's 3 years. I'm still not over it. What are you talking about?
Exactly. And that's the biggest tip that I gave to people. It's like, find the person that can have the quality conversation that will help.
Yeah.
And it's people like you that you can call and you know you're going to get real.
Yeah.
You're going to get honest.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel like it helped and not just end the call and be like, that was pointless.
Yeah.
And sadly, there was friends in my immediate group who were not capable of having the conversation I needed.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I can't really go there. I can't go there. I need external help.
Yeah.
And that's when you reach out to a professional.
Yeah. I think that was one thing I was really proud of myself post that because I did seek so much help. I spoke to you so often. I spoke to Kane. I spoke to Jace. Jace was awesome, you know, and an integral part of that, you know. Mum and Dad a little bit, but I think like they were kind of emotional about the same thing too. Whereas, and again, you knew us both a long time, but you were more for me too, right? So I think, you know, seeking help like that. I didn't go to a professional for a long time. It was only... what was it? Started this year, I think I only did that or whatever. And it wasn't for me. I really didn't enjoy it. I didn't really get much out of it. I get so much more out of a coffee with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because again, the relatability to it, you know Carly really well, you know my kids really well, you know me really well. So there's a lot of things and input you can have during those times where I really needed you. And I was like, this is what I'm going through because of this. So if I say, you know, every time I drop Huddy off at school or at mum's or whatever it may be, he still grabs the leg and it's like, why don't you live together? And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
how do I talk to this kid? Where it's like, I've been there, bro.
Yeah.
Try this, you know?
Like
and
that.
it's like, cool, thanks, you know? So it still happens every now and then. Not as much. It's
Yep.
calming, but it still happens, bro.
And look, I don't.
And both sides, like to Carly as well, both
Yeah.
sides. Like if, you know, and she has to deal with it too. So
And you went through tough. That was
Yeah.
tough.
yeah,
Like I was probably fortunate where I had 2 kids for starters,
yeah,
and one was 2.
yeah,
The older one was 7.
yeah,
So you got that slight bit more maturity, more understanding, where you're not working with 3 little kids who are like, what the hell is going on? So it was kind of like learning for me as well, because I could see how you're approaching things now that I've got little kids again.
yeah, yep,
And it's like, shit, that would have been hard because I don't have an understanding.
yeah,
And every day they're like, oh, hang on. Yeah. What's going on again?
yeah.
And it's fucking hard. Like,
I remember there's a few times there where it's blowing smoke on my own ass here where it's like, and again, remember, I like to think, I was talking to Bree about this the other day. I like to think Instagram sometimes is your own personal photo book sort of thing. I post a lot about, you know, me, the kids, you know, this sort of stuff, whatever. But it's so cool to look back on the little reels that you create and stuff, right? And I remember you used to me one day, it's like, you're such a fucking good dad. You make me want to be a better dad.
Mm.
And it's like, again, I don't do that specifically so you can see that and do it, but a byproduct of me enjoying to create that reel has affected you in a certain way. And not saying you're a shit dad by all means, you're one of the best, but you're like, I haven't been present lately because I've been doing this sort of stuff. This is reminding me that it's like, you know, my babies are only 2 and 1 and whatever. Take a load off meal, whatever it may be, I'm going to do this and whatever. So,
yeah. And it comes down to capacity for balance.
yeah,
Like that's a huge one. And I train a lot of very successful people,
yeah,
corporate, business owners, whatever it may be. And I see some people and I would idolize. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? How do you do it? You're going camping with your daughter. The next weekend, you're taking your son on a mountain bike trip. I'm like, I can barely get to swimming.
Mm.
But you kind of, and it almost becomes envious because you're like, God, I wish I had a 9 to 5. And then weekends.
You so don't though, bro.
Oh, no,
do you?
no, because then
no, I know.
I wouldn't be
yeah.
sitting here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or I wouldn't be
yeah.
doing school pickup or
Yeah.
drop off and all those sort of things that I always felt I was missing out on. But you have the capacity to get life to a point where you have time back.
Yeah.
And I actually had this conversation with my son the other day, and he was
Eli,
talking.
or- yeah.
So my eldest, and
Who's now 15?
almost 15.
Yep.
And we were talking about
He looks 23.
balance. He looks, yeah. It was funny. I posted that photo.
How is he 6'4" already? Like,
know.
when did no one in your family's tall? I don't know
And
how
my-
he's 6'4".
Well, he's just off me. And he said, Dad, I'm almost taller. And I said, doesn't matter. I can still bench your
You're like,
max.
whatever. You're adopted.
I can still bench your max for 25. But I said, you know, you've got to go back to, because he was talking about, I want to do this and I want to do this for work. And I said, that's good. Like in the early days, you trade your time for money.
Yeah.
But then you get to a place like me where you want to start trading your money back for time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got to sort of understand what you want out of business if you're going into business, because you get to the point where you almost can't.
Yeah.
Because you're so handcuffed, which is kind of me a bit to a degree now.
Yeah.
I can't step back.
Yeah.
So I am forced to stay in that grind before I can start to trade my money back for my time.
Confronting question. Is that because you're addicted to success, or you need to because there is some financial struggles you need to get on top of?
Like if you said what does it mean to be successful? I actually had a counselor, I'm seeing a counselor again, and she said, what does success mean to you?
Yeah.
And I said, control over my time.
Cool.
Like having control back of my time.
Yeah.
Not waking up to an alarm all the time.
Yeah.
Not knowing I've got to quickly get there and then quickly get back and, you know, shuffle clients around and all that. It's like I can do with my time with what I want.
Yeah.
And I think
You're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah. In stages
Because I choose
you
not
are.
to be.
Yeah.
Because I choose
of
not
course.
to be.
Yeah.
I could be, but I choose not to be because of probably a mixture of stubbornness and ambition.
Yeah.
But I don't have a definitive end goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you working so hard for? I'm working so hard to set up my kids' life,
Yeah.
not for my own benefit,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know, there's probably a deeper meaning, but it's that selfless act that it also probably helps me distract or justify what I do by working too much.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but I'm doing this all for the kids. And it's justified. But if someone says, yeah, but you don't have to, they can do it themselves. Oh, yeah, but... And then I don't have an excuse to why I work so much.
You're also missing their first... I was going to say Ballarat recital. You have 4 boys. No one judges you. But like you miss certain things. You miss them growing up. You do.
And
so it's a really fucking hard balance.
And I still miss a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, my son's going to Perth for a lacrosse tournament in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Can't go. Because we are single income.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's hard. And they're the sacrifices that don't get seen.
Yeah.
You hear every morning, geez, you work hard. It's like, yeah, but I'm also sacrificing having breakfast with my kids.
Yeah.
And they see that, and hopefully they don't remember me as working so much.
Yeah.
But they remember Dad always picked us up from school.
Yeah.
Always dropped us off at school. Came to all my sport. Everything.
Mm.
That's what I want. Because I remember my parents. My parents still come to my sport.
Yeah. Yeah.
My brother thinks it's fucking
Dad's
hilarious.
never missed a bodybuilding show of mine in Melbourne. Yeah, ever.
And my brother's shocked. He's like, he's played 400 games. Who gives a shit? You've seen it all.
Get over it. But he loves the fucking shit out of his son.
And I kind of take it for granted and be like, well, obviously your parents go and watch you play. That's what parents do.
Mm.
So I want to be known as that parent, or even my father-in-law. He'll come and watch Eli's games because that's something that's important to him. Which is that weird because they're like, oh, this is Cam, this is my father-in-law watching my son play.
Mm.
And he'll go watch nephews and grandsons and just loves being that supportive grandfather role.
Yeah.
But it's obviously just a core value for him is to be present and contribute.
Yeah. And you would have been through this in the early parts after the separation and stuff as well. And when I say being a single parent, I don't want to say single parent because I'm a co-parent, because it's like Carly parents the kids incredibly well, I do, and it's 50-50, right? Yep. I missed out on so much shit, bro. Like, and again, like with all due respect, I missed the first time Huddy rode a bike. It was with Carly and her partner. Do you know what I mean? And it was nothing Carly did, just Huddy was so desperate to do it and then just happened to be them there. It killed me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll never get the chance to teach Huddy how to ride a bike. A lot of times I still did it after, but like that first time, I'm very sentimental with that stuff. That first time I couldn't do it. I was like, Goldie I can, Hazel I can, or whatever it may be, but like, there are gonna unfortunately be things that I miss. Just 2 weeks ago, I think I told you, Huddy had really bad croup.
Yep.
Carly rings me at 6 a.m, clearly distraught, and saying, hey, I've got the ambulance here. Huddy's not breathing well, and he's got a pretty bad croup. I'm like, oh, I'll come over. And it's like, well, the ambulance is here. Like, if we go to hospital, I'll let you know straight away. Like, I should have been there. Like, there's a 6-year-old kid with the ambulance there. It's like, well, I need to be with my son while he's doing this. Yeah. But it's like, he was under control. He was in a completely safe environment. There's no safer person than Carly to be in that environment with. But
you also got to remember too, like, if let's say you were still together, you could still be at work. And still miss it.
Of course.
Like, there's heaps of dads, and that's like,
good point.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's probably 50% of dads that miss their kids' walk, like first steps.
Yeah.
Because they're at work.
Yeah.
Or they're training down at Revive. Who knows? So there's you'd still miss a lot regardless of situation. And I know the burden you carry because it's dad guilt, and I still get it. Like, my son's playing in a state team and I'm not going to be there. And it's like,
great win the other day too. I saw that. Great win. Come from behind.
Very
well done, Eli.
Proud dad
Not that
moment.
he'd listen to this. He's like, fuck off, guys.
Yeah.
I listen to you guys enough, will he?
He probably thinks we're going to talk about bodybuilding. That's why.
Yeah, true.
And it's like, you're forever going to have those dad guilt moments.
Yeah.
And I still have them.
Yeah.
With kids that live with me full time.
Yeah.
It's like, Dad, can we kick the footy? I was like, oh, mate, I've got some stuff to do. And I was actually saying it the other day to a client, and I posted about it recently. I said, you are so different in terms of position, mindset, the type of parent you are, especially as you get older. Like, I had my first at 24. I've had my last one at 37.
Yeah.
So you are such a different parent. And it was on a Mel Robbins podcast the other day. No two siblings grow up in the same household with the same parents.
Yeah.
Because they've had you at different ages, different financial positions, different environments. And it's so true, because I feel like I can be such a more aware dad because of emotional maturity with my littlest one because I'm in a different place. And it allows me to take a step back and be like, what am I stressing so much about? So he's not asleep. It's like, oh, the kids are in the bed. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
They won't be one day. And it's that maturity and the understanding of like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
They're kids. Or they'll do something wrong. And look, don't get me wrong, I still react and
Of course.
have those
human.
have those outbursts but then straight after it you're like, who cares? It's a bowl. He spilled like milk.
Yeah.
Like, why are you making such a mess?
I remember one day.
It's like, well, hang on, he's 3 trying to make his own breakfast.
I remember one
should be
day I
supportive.
yelled at Hazel for dropping Fruit Loops on the floor, and I'm like, why the fuck did I yell at her? This little kid's fucking
Yeah,
2.
exactly.
Just pick it up. It's fine.
And I learned a lot of it from Mill.
I was deep in prep.
Mill was very like, you spilt my Fruit Loops.
There was a needle hanging at my neck at the same time. I was just like, jokes. I'm natty. Continue.
That's the thing. Like, and Mill's taught me a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come in like, oh my God, the kids are making so much mess. Who cares? So we pack it up.
Yeah.
He's also wants to make his own breakfast.
Yeah. Which is
you.
a beautiful thing.
And you got to support it. And now he does so many other things that I wouldn't have thought were at his maturity level
Yeah.
based off previous experience. But he's doing all these things when I'm just like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
You're 4. Like, he folded a whole basket of washing the other day, just watching Bluey.
Yeah.
I was like, he didn't even get asked. Mill sent me a video and she's like, he's folded the whole basket. Yeah, it's not great, but he's done the whole basket, put in piles. It was so funny.
Right. Yeah. So put in context before we move on. You 4 boys, how old?
Almost 15, 10, 4, and almost 2.
Yeah. Tough
So,
gig.
yeah. Tough.
Tough gig.
New levels, new devils. I love that saying.
Yeah. Explain.
Each age group, as your kids age, the problems you deal with are different.
Correct.
You're changing a dirty nappy and you're dealing with a kid who's just broken up with his first girlfriend. And then you're dealing with swimming lessons and you're doing kinder drop off and you're taking one to a job interview. So they're all, it's hard to navigate because there's so many hats to wear. So it's like, national tournament. Then you've got primary school, looking at high schools. Then you've got kinder, and still in that emotional immaturity age where it's just play, tantrum, meltdown, play. And then you've got a 1.5, 2-year-old who's still in nappies. So it's hard because you've got here and here.
I'm gonna tell you 3 quick funny stories here for a sec, and I'll make them quickish. But I got in trouble for it. Let's just be honest. But like, I'm a fiercely loyal, protective guy, as you know, right? Just you're with me, you're safe. Huddy told me one day that I laugh when I say it. He told me one day that he was being bullied at school. Someone stole his hat. I saw fucking red, bro. I'm like, who's this little shit that's taking your hat? But I even said to him, who's taking your hat? Like, I was so angry and violent. And it's like, Finn. I go, fucking Finn. I'm going to like end this little kid.
How big's Finn's dad?
Not me, so who is?
No one.
But anyway, next day at school, a drop off, I just spoke to Erin, the teacher, and I'm like, oh, which one's Finn? Yeah. I'm just having a chat with her and say, hey, look, this has happened, blah, blah, blah. Almost to a point where it's like, if there's something's not done about this, I'm going to take it in my own hands. Obviously didn't, but it was just, you're so protective of your boy and he's out of your control. Again, another thing I missed, right? Like, you can't help it. But anyway, that was fun. Finn doesn't pick on Huddy anymore. Huddy picks on Finn. The other one, so just out of context one day, this is one I got in trouble for. Huddy just like kept annoying Goldie and like would punch her and Goldie would whinge. I go, what, he hit you? It's like, yeah. Then hit him back. You're twice his size now. Just hit him back. And then like 2 weeks ago, I won't mention the other boy's name, but Goldie's like, oh, and she was half crying. And she goes, so-and-so kicked me off the slide today at daycare. I go, oh, you're right. She goes, yeah, I did what you told me. I crawled up and punched him in the throat. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't tell you to punch him in the throat, did I? Did I say that? But it's one of those things you're probably just reacting when you're doing something else. If someone picks on you, just hit them back.
Stand up for yourself.
But now she's like, Dad taught me to hit them back. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Hazel, this is fantastic. She's 2, right? Some kid kept biting her at school. And instead of like biting back, this is what the teacher told me. This kid was on a trike, a little 3-wheeler bike, whatever. Hazel, like, a hoodie, like he was wearing a hoodie, dragged him by the hoodie off the bike, threw a meter of mud, and then stepped on his head with gumboots.
Good.
And I'm like, what am I teaching my kids? But I'm sort of proud of them at the same time.
Should I be mad?
Should I be mad?
Do I get in trouble for this?
I'm like, Hazel.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done. Continue doing this.
But you get fearful of that. And even watching kids go through sport now,
Yeah.
like, even my son's game on the weekend, I'm like, holy shit, these guys, some of these opponents are like bigger than me.
Yeah.
And lacrosse is not a fun, kind, gentle sport.
It looks, yeah.
It is
from
wild.
what I've seen.
And you have that protective moment. You're like, well, actually, even going back to my second one when he was playing footy, and you get some football parents who are just next level. And it's like, yeah, get him. It's like, your son hits my son, I'm coming for you. Yeah? Let the kids just play a game. And it's like, maybe I've gone too soft.
Yeah.
I've got to be more, stand up for yourself. But it's the personality types.
Of course.
You can't teach it.
Yeah. It's also that thing, like it's a very
built for yours.
It's a very hot topic, I think, to a point as well where everyone's a winner these days. Not in my day.
No.
It was either first, second,
loser.
third. Yeah. And then like there was no trophy after that.
No.
Now everyone gets a ribbon, right? And it's like, what's that teaching our kids moving forward? I think I'd much rather Huddy lose and get nothing and then learn from that and then go win the next time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think losing is you learn more from losing than you do from winning anyway. Like I've
transitioned to everything, right?
I've 100% failed more times than I've succeeded.
Yeah.
In business, probably in sport as well. I think sport's the best teacher, I reckon. So is business, probably close second.
Yeah.
Less negative outcome in sport.
Yeah.
But even with business, you'll try something and it's like, okay, well, did it work? No. Then do something different.
Yeah.
Did it work? Yes. Repeat it.
Yeah.
And it's what is it? Life is the biggest. Life lessons are the best teacher.
Yeah.
And if you can learn from other people and learn quicker, you'll be ahead of the game.
Yeah. I'm going to change directions. Enough of the little sappy dad shit. I wanted to obviously you've been through a lot of stuff. I've been through a lot of stuff. We've had wins, we've had losses, we've done stuff together. I wrote down a couple of cool favorite quotes that I love, and I think you've even added some as well. I thought we could read them and then just give our take on them, for example, of what we have done. I think people might get a bit of value out of it because, like I said, I've got Bear Bros, I've got PT, posing, this sort of stuff. You've got 37 gyms you've ran, whatever it may be. 1 survived, 2 survived, whatever. Like I said, we've both done certain things before, so I think it'd be kind of cool. But one of the ones you added earlier, nobody successful lives their life in balance. To be successful in any area, you need to be unbalanced. Elaborate.
Yeah, I think it's true, I think, in anything. And if I related it to business, it would be you can't do 4 hours a day in business.
Yeah.
And a mate of mine had this really awesome quote that he'd said. He goes, the best thing about working for yourself is you get to choose what 16 hours of the day you work.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so true.
Yeah.
Because I can choose to leave work early, go to school pickup, come home. Guess what? I've still got 4 hours of work to do.
Yeah.
I've still got to get the computer out and do emails at 9 o'clock. I've got to make those calls where people want to be called on Sundays. And it's like, if I don't do it, someone else will. And that's where I guess you can get caught in that success loop of I've just got to be doing more. But hearing a new PT client I've got, for example, she inquired and I rang her 3 minutes after her email came through, to the point where she answers and she's like, holy shit, that was fast.
Yeah.
And she still talks about it to people and she says, I inquired and 3 minutes later I'd signed up.
Yeah.
But she said, and it's true, because if you talk to a lot of people in the sales game, they're like, if they've inquired with your gym, averages show they've also inquired at 3 others.
Yeah.
And it's 92% conversion rate for the gym that gets onto them first.
Yeah.
So if you look at those stats, it's like, okay, well, it's 6:30 on a Friday night and we're about to sit down and have dinner and I get an inquiry come through, I'm calling them.
Yeah. I'm going to interrupt just one sec before I forget. A very similar thing with Bear Bros that I find, because it's like if one lady has inquired and said this, can guarantee she spoke to Magic Men. She spoke to fucking Sydney, the stripper. She spoke to the life drawing guy. So like when I'm, regardless of what I'm doing, obviously I'm with a PT client that can't. I was like, or sometimes even like, hey, I just got to quick go to the toilet. Bang, send. It's like, oh wow, that was fast. Can you do this or whatever? And I'll get that booking. Yeah, because it's like, if Magic Men beat me to it, and they kind of like the idea of Magic Men. Yep. Bear Bros slips out, and I lose that potential $1,000 booking or whatever it may be. So
yeah, and I think it also shows your values.
Yeah,
it's like, well, to me, it's the urgency is business growth. Yeah, and the sale and all that comes with that. But to them, it's like, I'm important enough that he's picked up the phone and called me at 6:30 on a Friday night. Yeah, but that feeds into we are severely out of balance. If you want that, the scale just tips heavily. So it's like you do all the work things, and it's like you wake up, it's 5:30 in the morning on Sunday to smash out work to try and keep the balance of the kids not seeing you do it and having breakfast with them on a Sunday. Yep. But then you have such a heavy, what's the word? Sort of demand for that constant, if you're getting inquiries all the time, you've just constantly got to be on. Yeah. So that means, driving the kids to sport and telling them all to shut up because I'm about to call a client. Yeah. Funny when the 4-year-old's like, who's that? It's like, shh. And that's, but it's good because it's also relatability then. And you can use that and go, sorry, I've got a car with 4 boys in it.
I've done it
this
before.
This could go any way.
And it got them laughing and everything. And then I made the sale.
And they go, oh, that's so funny. I've got 3 boys or 4, And you build rapport faster.
I joke with it. I go, but don't worry, he's not coming in the apron too. It's just me. And then it's like, oh, very funny. Here's my $1,000.
But and it's like, sport, for example. You look at the best athletes at any sport. They're not training an hour a day. No. Like Kobe Bryant would do. And I think it might have been Shaq when he went to the Lakers. And he said, I'm going to beat Kobe Bryant into the gym. And he'd go,
no, I know the guy. It's not Shaq. I know the guy you're talking about though. But he had already.
And he's like, I'm going to get there at 7. And I walk in, and Kobe Bryant's dripping in sweat, and he got there at 5.
And icing his knees already because he'd already done that and done the recovery. And
so he's like, oh shit! And then I see him out on the court, and it's like, oh, it's already done. And then I'll go get changed, shower, go out onto the court, and he's back in the gym. Yeah, and it's like, oh god damn it!
Like, there's not competing with
that balance.
Dude.
Like, you look at kids or family and relationships and stuff, something's got to give. Yeah. For something else to heavily succeed. Yeah. And that probably goes back to the envy of clients or role models, people I look up to or idolize. So I'm like, how the hell do you have balance? Or how do you have perceived balance? And it just blows my mind. Yeah. Some people can do it, different industries.
It's also people have probably a different definition of the balance too, right? Even if I'm competing for a show and I got to get to 6%, I want to do a show and I want to get to 6%, but dude, I have to have my glass of red wine every night. I was like, great, don't get 6% then. Yeah. Bye. Next. Yeah. It's just, you just can't do it. Maybe you just can't. Depends how much gear you're on. You just can't do it. So it's funny like that. This one's great. Figure out what you want, ignore the opinion of others, do so much work that it would be unreasonable that you'd fail, realize it never mattered to begin with, help others when you get there. Thoughts?
Love it. Yeah. And I think it's I'm probably and it's actually part of a sales spiel that I use where you might be given away 4 weeks free as part of an 8 week. And they're like, why are you doing it? Because I can. Yeah. Like we have a core group of phenomenal members, which supports my business. We're now in the fortunate position where we can give away stuff for free. Yeah. As part of a paid program. Yeah. So it's like, that's cool. I was like, yeah.
But it actually comes back really good on you and they're like, great, I'll sign up.
Yeah. And then they stay for 2 years and, help foster the community because it's the people you want. Yeah. But yeah, I like that quote. It's good.
It's good, isn't it? one of the truest laws in business, the more money you make other people, the more money you make. So if you help others get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. When you put the customer first and genuinely work towards their success, your own success follows naturally.
Yep.
So that we can even talk about that with Jim, right? Like if I'm training you and I get you in amazing shape and great legs or whatever, I'm going to make so much money from that because you're not going to shut up about it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm going to tell 10 mates how good it was.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going, how the hell did you do that? I'll train with Ryan.
I've had that with posing. It's been really good lately in a sense where, remember my goal was to be one of the number one posing coaches in the country, or at least up there in the top 3. I feel I'm in the conversation, which is great. I've also spent thousands of hours in that posing room running through different shit, but also actually in the trenches with people going through quarter turns and this sort of stuff and showing different stuff to a point where, you know, people will say like, I just learnt more in 20 minutes than I have in 6 months. Yeah. I'm like, awesome. And then they go away and say this. And it's cool now because I'm getting referrals coming through. And I was like, oh, who told you to come see me? Oh, so-and-so. Who? Yeah. Right? I don't know who referred you. That's fantastic. It's just has seen it because I've either been active and post about it and not give a fuck what someone says. It gets me heated sometimes. I've learned to not do it. But, you know, I post little posing routines or whatever. One, that makes me happy. I love that. It's a form of therapy. It's joy. It brings me joy. I love ballet. I love moving to certain things. It gets me connected to my soul, my spirit, this sort of stuff. You know, sometimes I have a message from someone just like, why do you do that? It's so gay or this sort of stuff, whatever. I'm like, cool. But gets me clients, gets me money.
And that's the thing. It's like if you're not present on social
media. But that
media,
aside, I enjoy it. Fuck off. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. If you posted me walking your dog, you know, and I'm not going to turn around and go, why do you walk your dog? Well, it's what I want to do. Who gives a shit? But even almost like what we touched on before, like let's say as a friend following you on socials, I see all the things you do and I'm like, well, I know why he's doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I actually see it and go, it's because he wants to get better.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, the 10,000 hours to becoming a master.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also see it on the flip side and go, he's doing all of that by himself. Behind closed doors. Yes, it's posted on socials, but no one's in the room saying, do this, do that, do this, and keeping him accountable. That's self-accountability.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge if people see it like that.
Yeah.
Like if he's doing that to just keep his own skills sharp, imagine what he's going to do to someone who's paying him. He's just going to be on all the time.
But also, like, I love how you said that because it like, I know that, but hearing you say that's really cool. Like, it does make me so much better to a point, like, I'm coaching myself so often that when you come in to learn posing off me and I go through it, I become better and better and better the more time I teach that. So you can only imagine how many times not only have I done a side chest pose, but how many times I've taught someone how to do a side chest pose. So when I hop on stage and do a side chest pose, chances are it's good. And it's in a correct position.
And you've gone through all the little cues or the things that people get wrong.
Yeah.
And you go, well, I know if he's doing that, then he's got to change this.
Yeah.
Because that's what I had to do to change it and make it better. And that's what I've done with 50 other people.
And I constantly do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
If you want to make yourself feel better, blame other people. If you want to make yourself get better, blame yourself.
Yep.
Thoughts?
Love it.
Yeah.
Jocko Willink wrote...
I literally wrote in brackets, extreme ownership.
Extreme ownership. And I've actually...
Great book.
Probably for the last couple of years, adopted it a lot more. Like everything good and bad in your life is your fault.
Yeah.
So it's like, all the good shit was because I did it.
Yeah.
And all the bad shit was because I did it.
Yeah.
And you see... And kids are funny like that. I'm teaching it to the kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can't find this jumper. Where'd you put it? Well, I put it on my bed and now it's not there. Well, you didn't put it on your bed. You put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, someone's moved it. Don't blame other people. You've lost it.
Yeah.
And it's like teaching them ownership. And it can be anything. It can be PT. It can be business. It can be personal growth, whatever. But if you're not taking ownership, you can't move on either. Like a lot of people come into the gym. I've tried everything. No, you haven't.
Yeah.
No, I have. Well, why are you still trying to achieve fat loss?
Yeah.
You haven't tried everything. Oh, yeah, but no. Just accept it as the truth because then we can move on faster.
I love that. And when you do that, when you do take extreme ownership, you're giving yourself the power to act
Yes.
and the power to respond, right? Where it's like, if I blame you for whatever reason of my failure, whatever, I'm just going to be in the same shit position constantly.
And
I'm
you're
always
constantly
going to blame
looking for
someone
something
else
else to blame.
all the time. Yeah.
Yep.
Whereas if I take ownership of that, look, it's my fault I did that. I fucked up this, you know. If a client fucks up on stage, I'm like, fuck, I didn't train him hard enough. I should have spent more time with him.
Yeah.
You know, whether that's true or not, but like, because I do it, I'm going to be like a lot harder on him in his next session. you
Yeah.
know?
And I love that part where Jocko, I think, talks in the book where he talks about people he's lost that were under his command. Sorry for any army folk out there, I got that word wrong. You know, he'll say, what happened in that scenario? He goes, well, I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but they ran in and did something that they weren't told to do. Yeah, but I never told them not to do it. And what do you mean? Well, I didn't specify, don't run into an ambush.
Mm.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have done it. No, I should have told them not to do it. That's on me. And he's like, and I still wear full responsibility to the day where everything that happens to somebody else in my space is also my fault.
Yeah.
Coaches who, you know, I've had great coaches over the years and I've always tried to hire people better than me because that lifts the standards, it lifts me.
There's people better than you out there?
I know, they're hard to find,
Shit.
but I've definitely found them. But that's the only way forward in business as well, is like finding other people to be better. And if they don't become better, that's because I haven't helped them get better
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And it's good because it's like, I stopped looking for other things to blame. It's like, why can't they just be better?
Mm.
Why can't they want to work more? Well, they're not me. They don't want to work more. They want balance.
Yeah.
Or whatever that exists.
I think as well, that whether this is the same topic or not, but digress slightly, we've always said this, like when I go perform at a Bear Bros party, no one is going to ever do it as good as me.
Yeah.
I just really wish they would.
Yeah.
Because it would alleviate a lot of stress
Yep.
and, you know, whatever it may be. But it's my baby. I created this shit. Like it's my thing, and I've amplified it to this incredible service that I'm so proud of, bro. I'm so proud of it, and I've got big plans for it. But it's like, I at some stage have to let go and accept that, like, there's only one of me.
Yeah. And, you know, same thing, my dad said it when I was probably complaining about finding how hard it is to find someone like me to do what I want them to do. And he said, you won't. There is one of you. So you can't expect other people to do, you know, it's the Elon Musk mentality. You work 20 hours a day. They're like, what? Well, I do, so therefore you must.
Mm.
But I don't want to do that. Well, don't work here. So
That was the thing when he bought Google or something, wasn't it? Or something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
you know, he's known for sleeping at his desk and having changed the clothes in his office and all that sort of thing. But people are like, well, I'm not willing to do that. Then go somewhere else.
It's funny, isn't it? We had a quick chat about this one. We don't rise to the standards we have when others are watching. We fall to the standards we have when no one is. So if you're obviously working 2 hours in front of someone, or you're doing, you know, 30 minutes by yourself, the 30 minutes is who you truly are.
Yeah, and that's all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, that you don't see.
Yep.
All the grinding
Like,
and everything.
you know, let's say, for example, you post 3 stories of a posing routine.
Yeah.
How many have you filmed?
Yeah, like 9. Yeah. But I'll sometimes post those bloopers. Oh, look at me fucking fall over here,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it may be.
But that's the work behind the scenes. People go, oh, I only did 3 routines.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I did 9. But you don't need to tell people that.
Nah.
I
Even
know
so-
that I'm doing the work.
Yeah.
And if the outcome is good, then that's because of the work I did,
Yeah.
not because of luck.
I think as well sometimes, I've had it a few times where, let's say I've been upfront with some people and spoken about like numbers with Bear Bros, like financial numbers or whatever it may be. It's like, fuck, that's a lot of like profit margin between like so-and-so. And it's like, yeah, but you don't see the prep that goes beforehand. You don't see the countless emails to obviously convert the gig. You don't see me in the shed packing the wax, the kits, all this sort of stuff back and forward, cleaning the burners, checking the gas, all this sort of stuff. So I think that's, again, I love the behind the scenes stuff. And I think most people sort of just think that it's like, oh, he's that because of this or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know.
And the best thing that I love, people say the best thing about luck is it only takes 20 years of hard work to find it.
True.
And it's the countless hours of the no expectation.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you just stumble across luck.
Yeah. It sort of comes like, remember that I think I said it in the last podcast with Taylor, said in one of the Wednesday wisdom thing, and I remember mentioning it to you where it was like, what's more enjoyable? Is it, the journey, the destination, the stuff? And it was like, no, it's the people you attach yourself to. Like, as stressful as, so we did Resilient together and with Kane. Hope you're recovering well, Kane. Like, as stressful as that was at certain stages, it was pretty fun.
Oh, and I think
just building shit and painting walls and, failing and doing what Kane told us to do.
And think back to the Fit Dads, right?
Yeah.
Doing online.
Way back, yeah.
My best memory of that is going for coffee at bloody Code Black in Brunswick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was like the best moment of the whole venture.
Yeah.
Was like the launch.
Yeah.
And we spoke about it before, like, if you're not ashamed of the first version of something, you launch too late.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit of a just do it. Just start now. And you're a bit more, but I just got to get it fine-tuned first.
Yeah. It's something I'm learning. That's what I said. I've learned a lot off you, and that was one thing where it was like, I want to almost make sure something's there before I just do it. And it's like, oh, so this is what we're going to do. You're like, no, I've already put the Facebook out. I signed up 6 guys. I was like, what? I've got 6 guys there. But we haven't got a plan. I was like, you do now. Do it tonight. I was like, okay.
And like 3 hours later, we had plans up.
Yeah, and it was good. It was perfect, yeah.
And I always love it when people start a business and they're like, oh, so I just need business cards. I was like, you give me a business card, it's going straight in the bin.
Yeah.
Don't give me a business card.
No.
Start an Instagram account.
Yeah.
Like, business cards are dead.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that perfectionism. You don't have to be perfect. And, people like James Smith does it. He talks about it a lot. If you go back to the start of his content, horrendous.
Yeah.
But look at him now.
Yeah.
You just got to put it out there.
Yeah.
And if you're not embarrassed and ashamed by it, too late.
I look back at that first hens party Chris and I did November 15, 2017, when we did that together out in Mornington. Ashley was the hen. I remember everything about that. Chick pouring the oil over her tits, nearly burnt my arm in the same process. Wasted so much money. Just, it was like, I'm not saying it was a horrible service, but compared to now, dude, fucking night and day. Incredible. But
that's experience.
I can't expect how I run a party now to be the first thing, because I learn over time the reactions of girls. Like, okay, don't let them control this because they'll die.
They'll burn boiling hot oil
Rachel,
on someone.
get back here. Jess, what are you doing? So, and obviously another thing, you learnt to be a hard motherfucker at these parties. Not like that, but in a sense, small apron covers the front. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
But it's more like you have to be really, really assertive or they'll walk all over you.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like 20 girls at a party versus one dude. If I'm not like fucking on and like a little bit aggressive at times, that's what's hard to find a good dude. Jace was great. You know, he was able to do it and raise the volume when need to be, but it can get out of hand, man.
Yeah. And I even say the same to like, my newest coach at Revive now. It's if you don't get them at the start, you'll never get them.
Yeah.
So you've got to know, like people will come in, they might be 10 minutes early, they'll start warming up. The music turns down and everybody needs to stop and listen. And you can't, that's experience.
So what we're going to do if, so I think that says squats, right?
Yeah.
Who the fuck's this guy? I don't want to train with him.
Yep.
Yeah. Why do you think...
Where's that assertive dominance?
Yeah. Why do you think at the start of every hens party, you know what I do, right? Do you know what I do?
Is this the...
Yeah, I just walk over, drop anything and bend over in front of the bride. And then they're all screaming. And I'm like,
got him.
Got you out of the palm of my hand. Like, not being a dick, but it's like, but also if it doesn't get a huge reaction, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to work a bit different. Yeah. But if they're all screaming and having a laugh, I'm like, great. Great group. And now I've earned the trust. There's the laugh, whatever.
Yeah.
Promise I've never done that at a party before, and then it's like, oh, whatever. And it's like, great, now we're going to make some meth. Let's go. Yeah. And then it's on for young and old. So, and like you said, you've got to make that first impression real. Yeah.
Yeah.
The big dude in the apron helps. Yeah. So, like, I don't want to sound, what's the word? Facetious? No. But it's like, looks is an important part in that role. So, like, if I get someone to come work with me, you kind of need to be, I don't want to say good looking dude in an apron, but just have a bit of a presence about you in an apron that makes someone look twice. Obviously, making an apron, they're going to look twice anyway, but,
Yep. And I think that's...
When do you want to come work?
With everything. Yeah, wow. I've got to probably work on the physique a little bit first. But
Alex is going to come work, aren't you, mate? He just said that it'll go 10x. Yeah.
But we're trying to revolutionise the dad bod now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. This is how it should be, dad bod.
Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Mm.
Like, when did we lose that? But going back to the whole experience, like, you know, you look at things like, oh, I'm going to be a PT. People are advertising for a PT. Oh, we want a minimum of 2 years experience. Well, how am I supposed to get experience? Go and get experience.
Yeah.
Someone will hire you.
Yeah.
I try and find people who have like 5 years experience, or you better be really fucking good when you're fresh.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a micromanager. So I don't want to spend 20 hours a week training you up, because we've got, you know, a team of 3 or 4 or 5 coaches who've all been in the industry for 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
If I bring you in, it throws out the balance, because they have an expectation of standard.
Yeah.
And if you don't meet the standard, then it's hard to integrate into that community.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, this person's always told me to do it like that. And then it's like, oh shit, now I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but sometimes you've got to be firm with them and say, I don't want someone, first of all, I don't really want someone to bring in their resume. I want someone to come in and go, okay, well, my first interview is show me what you can lift.
Yeah.
Show me how you lift it. Talk to me as if I've been training for 2 years and I'm trying to double my bench.
Yeah.
How would you help me do it?
Yeah. So that's where our industries are different in that sense, where obviously I'm a trainer, but I mean, with Bear Bros and your gym, for example, I don't need 5 years experience. Like if you've done topless weighting or been at hands parties before, it's obviously beneficial. I would prefer you just to be a really confident dude that respects women, that can hold a conversation. Yeah. You're hired.
And that's hard to teach as well.
Yeah, you can't teach that, man. Like, you can't teach personality, right?
Yeah.
That's one of those things that just, you either have, not that you have it or you don't. Maybe you can learn a little bit of it, but
I reckon you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't, because it's upbringing. You know, I still remember being like a 10-year-old kid walking into the baseball club, and those pivotal male role models was be like, shake my hand. And they'd be like, how are you going? And you go, good, thanks. Or good, thank you. And how are you? That's how you're respectful, and you show someone respect. Yeah. And you're like, and now I see him doing it to my kids. Yeah. I was like, good. This is shaping them.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's instinctive. It's good.
100%, man. Where are we? This one's cool. If you have no money, you should have no shame. Knock, call, email, text, DM, ask. Life-changing doors don't open themselves. Closed mouths don't get fed. Ask for what you want. Yeah. Can I tell you an example of that? Yeah. Oh, dude, they're all Hormozy. I'm not going to do anything else. Even little things like with Johnny Starr, with Never Home, right? You know, like the relationship with him. I'd followed him for a little bit, and I'd like to close. I hadn't worn any of them, but I'd like to close. He just put a story up one day, jokingly walking around like Derrimut Gym or something. He's like looking for new athletes. I just sent him a DM. I go, hey, bro, I love your stuff. I'd love to come on board. Is there anything like we can do? You want to catch up for coffee? And then, but it was, I think it was a video message I'd sent, and it was also a voice note. So it wasn't just a message. I can imagine all the DMs going through. So again, separate myself aside from that. He sent me 3 voice messages back about 2 hours later. And he's like, you're a cool cunt. Excuse my language. And he's like, I just looked at your page. Like, you're cool. Like, you speak really well. Like, you fucking sick rig. Your dad. I didn't know this. Huddy's Kitchen looks sick, man. Yeah. Let's have coffee. Go there, coffee. He gives me $1,000 worth of clothes or whatever. I love them. It's all I wear all the time, training or just casual, whatever. And he's kind of like, you know, just do that for now. Don't worry about like posting stuff. Just do what you want. Just enjoy the clothes, whatever it may be. And it was only recently, he's like, dude, like, I want you to have a code. Like, I want you to be a real part of the team now. He's like, just so you know, like 1 or 2 other people have codes. Yeah. This is a pretty big brand, and he's building it well. And now I'm a part of that. That started because I just messaged him. I said, hey, I'll be an athlete. Yep. This is what I do.
And
it's cool.
And a bit of what
and people go into his store, and it's like, oh, I've seen Ryan wear the stuff. Yeah. Or Ryan sent me. And then Johnny's like, fuck, you know everyone, man. I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to be a good dude, you know, and it's going far. So now I've got this really good relationship with him. He's like you. He's really fucking wide business eyes and does not stop, works his ass off. You know Johnny well, like works his ass off. A lot of respect for him. And yeah, we're going to start doing some really cool shit together, do some content stuff. He's got some ideas with his Bear Bros he's thrown at, loves the concept. Every time I walk in the shop and like there's a random in the shop, he goes, do you know what this guy does for his work? He's fucking naked. Look at this. And he gets his Instagram out and he's like, look, that's Ryan. Like they're the people you want in your life though. They're the people you want in your life to support you sort of thing. You know, I think it was something you said to me as well. It's like, what'd you message me yesterday? Something to talk about today. It was like the importance of good people around you.
Yeah.
Like even after today's conversation, I'm like, I feel like I want to do some business stuff because we just had a really cool chat.
Well, even like the coach that I've hired recently at Revive as well. Our socials you've probably seen.
The chick. What's her name? Sorry,
Jerry.
Yeah.
Have dramatically
she's great.
improved.
She's funny
and
as.
she is such an instigator and initiator. It's not like, oh, here's a cool idea. What do you think? It's like, here's a cool idea. I've done it.
We're doing this. Yeah.
And I'm going to tag you as a collaborator.
I really liked your bikini walk that day.
So yeah, that was actually my idea.
Of course it was.
I've worn that shirt too many times. I think it's mine now. But it's that whole bringing people in that elevate the standard.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're doing this. We're doing this program. We're launching this. Not a case of like, hey, do you have any ideas? It's almost, I am an open forum. You have any idea, bring it to me.
Yeah.
I'll never have a go at you for doing the wrong thing, saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do the right thing.
Taking the initiative to it. It's like, I want that.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times where even Jace, sorry to cut you off, when we were doing hens parties over, and Jace is like, hey, I thought about doing this for the party. I've been practicing it. Can I do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
And
you just
bro.
crave
as a
please do that.
as like a sole trader,
Yeah.
single person in the business, you crave help.
Yeah.
And I actually, a post I put out the other day, it was like, business is fucking hard. Being a parent is hard. Doing both is really hard.
Yeah.
Doing both well, impossible. But she turned around, I think her comment was on my post, and she said, you don't have to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, no one's ever really said that to me in the business world, because I've always tried to do it all, because you struggle to surrender control, because you don't find the right person. And she's good because she takes initiative. It's like, hey, we need to run a Teen Fit program. I said, oh yeah, I've wanted to do one for years. I've just never really got off the ground. Cool, well, it starts next Monday. And it's like, you know, she's like me to you.
Yeah.
When it's like, just do it. We're doing it now.
Yeah.
Go. You know, she's done she's doing a 12-week photo shoot prep. She's got, funny enough, we had like 12 spots. She's like, we'll do 12. It's perfect. And then she came to me and she said, bro, she's like a real bro. We got 4 more people who are interested. I said, cool, sign them up. Yeah, but we've already got 12. So we have 16. Guess what? We just opened up 4 spots. Why is there 12 spots?
Yeah.
We have 30 spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to lose control of it, but let them in. They want in, let them in.
Yeah.
So it's like, she's learning that side of it from me, and I'm learning the stuff from her to just launch.
Yeah.
Do it now.
And the whole
Even though I think I already did it.
Yeah. And the whole thing we said about saying yes, right? Like we said it off camera, and it's funny. I'll repeat it because it's funny. But like, yeah, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. I had an inquiry, and it was funny because a lot of time it's an email inquiry that comes through with Bear Bros, right? But this one was more a phone call. I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. And it's like, oh, it's so-and-so. I was just wanting to inquire about hens party. I'm like, how the fuck did you get my number? And I was like, I think it's attached to the Instagram. I may have to change that. Anyway, the conversation sort of like went along, and it was like, you know, oh, can I ask, what's the maximum amount of people you can cater for? And I'm like, how many you got? And she goes, we'll have 50. And I'm like, I was like, yeah, we can do 50. You can do 50?
Easy.
Yeah, we'll do 50. I was like, so how would you run that? I was like, I'll do it. We'll run it. We'll be able to. I'll just figure it out. We'll do this, and that. Yeah. So go, that cool. Where are your bank details? I was like, yeah, cool. So I took a deposit for the party, whatever. Good party. It's a good party. Yeah. Good gig. And sort of hung up the phone. I go, but it wasn't a thing where it's like, how the fuck am I going to do 50 people? It's like, okay, how do I do 50 people? Because I knew I could do it. It was more like I wasn't stressing about it. It went straight into what do I do? So at the moment, I have 20 burners. The most I've ever done is 40 people. So it's like 2 people per burner. And it's like, okay, with that table, I'll just buy another trestle table, buy 5 more burners, 25, so 2 people per burner. I'll just double check. I'll probably get another 1 or 2 guys just to hang around in aprons, pay them a couple $100. I'll lose a tiny bit of profit because it's a big party. It won't matter. they can go around and kind of like talk and flirt and, you know, hang out with the girls or whatever, start conversations. I'll just run it. So I don't have to be the voice there as much. I can kind of run it and they can kind of do that. Done.
And it comes down to
That's November 8th.
experience.
So make sure you're free. And you're free. You're in an apron too, motherfucker.
And it comes down to experience.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he was really hesitant. It's like, no, confident.
Yeah.
Instantly you go, well, I want it to work well. I could run it by myself, but it would be a better experience for them if I have two other guys.
Yeah. That's one where I pay him to come and
like,
actually shoot it.
Yeah.
Make some content for the gig. Imagine 50 people there.
Be epic.
Side note, because I was obviously seeing Bree now, and I was talking to Bree about this, where it's like, I don't have the opportunity to launch in Queensland. Because if I'm up there a lot often now, where, you know, on the weekend, for example, you know, hopefully she's okay with this, store stuff at her house. Thanks, Bree. Store stuff at her place. Yeah. Take her Kia Carnival. Yeah. Rock up with 12 baby seats in the background. And then, that way I can like start to promote an ad.
Yeah.
For maybe like Jan, Feb, just say these are the dates I'm up there. And then, you know, if you get a few bookings there, great, do it. And then if that takes up there, which I'm confident it will, it's like, okay, I need some good looking bodybuilders up here that can do it, you know? Now I know what you're going to say. Have you launched your ad yet, Ryan? I was like, no. And you're like, well, launch the fucking ad.
When's the first booking?
Where's the first booking? So, yeah. So that's where like, again, opportunities lead to things. Like, would I have launched it in Gold Coast if I wasn't seeing Bree? I don't know. You know, the goal was to always do it, but it's kind of a bit of an extra push now because of the circumstances, what's happened. So it's an exciting time, man.
And it's almost, it could have gone either you have the partner that it kind of works. It's like, well, I'm going up there frequently anyway. Or you have another guy come in and say, okay, enough is enough, Ryan. You've been talking about doing Queensland for 5 years now.
Yeah.
We're going to do it, and we're not going to leave today until we've actually launched an ad and we've got the first party.
Yep.
And sometimes it just takes that little
nudge.
Hurry up and do it. Stop talking about it.
One or two more, and then you can go get your kid, and Alex can go home. Kids, yeah, all 7 of them. I'll do this one because this is interesting. Do you have any mentors in your life or people you look up to, and how have they changed your perspective on business? That's a really fucking in-depth question for 1 or 2 more. Sorry, but still.
Lot. Yeah, definitely. And look, I'll try and keep it short. I definitely have a lot, and I have a lot of different people. Like I have really good mates who are in the trenches, and it's like, so what do you do with that? And I can get like practical advice, programming, whatever, that sort of thing, or nutrition or whatever. But then I have a lot of really high-level successful corporates, and it's like, you know, the $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year salary, travel all around the world. So you get their insight, and it's great because you can have really good open conversations with them. But then you also have people like my dad, who's not a risk taker. Like, you know, during the middle of COVID, we tried to buy the factory where the gym is. Yeah. Because the guy was going to sell it, and we're like, fuck, if he sells it, we're cooked. There'll be nowhere else that can house us. So business is closed, and we're trying to borrow a lot of money to buy a commercial property. And I went to Dad and I said, shit, Dad, I think the guy's going to sell the property. What should I do? Buy it. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, obviously, but what would you do? I wouldn't buy it, but you're not me. So do it. And it's like, it's almost like he wants to live the more adventurous life through me and my decisions.
Dad loves my shit, bro.
Yeah.
He fucking loves it.
So
and I don't think he was able to take the risk due to single parent income that time, Instagram, whatever, where he's like, what do you got on this week? How much have you got this week? How many clients you got here? What's Bebrose doing? What other stupid ideas have you come up with? You know?
It is. And they want to see you succeed.
100%.
But his is good because it's succeed through risk.
Yeah.
Which is something he would never have done. But different upbringing.
And it's kind of, these days, it's for us, it's a bit more calculated risk, right? It's kind of like an 80-20 thing where it's like 80% success rate. Well, 50-50 really.
And yeah. and you've got capacity nowadays to be successful.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you couldn't make money online.
Nah.
That wasn't a thing. You had to work more hours.
Yeah.
I've had some phenomenal business coaches. You know, coaches I've worked with, employed, business partners. Yeah, I've got a lot of people, and even just people I follow on Instagram. or socials. It's like,
But you've also put yourself in that position around those people to not think that you are better or worse than them.
no,
And you're happy to and humble enough to ask for advice in
Yeah.
certain areas or whatever it may be, and just listen.
with every, and even going back to like a business coaching group I was in of 60 PTs small around the world, I had the smallest business.
Yeah.
And kind of at times you're like trying to hide from it, but you're looking around like, fuck, these guys are doing like $5-10 million a year.
Mm.
That's so good. So you don't feel shit. And that I love the saying, comparison can be the thief of joy. So it's like, well, I still have something pretty good. So I don't want to compare myself to them, but I kind of want to chase.
Yeah.
So run and chase. I love the run and chase.
Yeah.
I'm trying to chase someone in front of me, but I'm trying to run from the person trying to catch me.
Yeah.
Because I've probably got a business bigger than someone else.
Whilst creating balance and parenting your 4 kids.
Yeah. And trying to have, some me time and still playing sport and things like that. So it's hard, but and going back to like having the right conversation, knowing who has the capacity to have the right conversation.
Yeah.
So what you're trying, but also not trying to dump all your rants on people because you don't want to be always negative all the time. But it's like, well, if you were me, what would you do?
Yeah.
What would you do differently? How would you run? Like even just buying that gym in Queensland, going into it, I'm looking around going, why hasn't he done that? Why doesn't he do that? He's got broken buckets with, equipment in it. They're like $4.
Yeah.
Then I come back to Revive. I'm like, fuck, I have a broken bucket.
Mm.
What am I
I
doing?
think as well,
$4.
like you learn to understand who that specific person is in your life too, right? Like you and I have been best mates for 19 years, right? So if I ring you with some negative shit, dude, I'm fucking shit. I need a coffee and a hug. You're not going to go, ugh, fucking, I don't have time for Ryan shit. Because that's not me.
Yeah.
So if I come to you with some negative shit, it's like, fuck, he really must need a hand here.
Yeah.
I'm going to make time for you, and vice versa. So,
And
but yeah, I wouldn't just say that to a random or a client or, this sort of stuff. It's, one, I don't want to be perceived as that.
Yeah.
But for you, I'm very safe and it's okay to be vulnerable in front of each other because we've built that trust or whatever. And we know that usually we're up all the time and not much affects us. But if something is, it's like, hey, I need a hand. I need to chop out here because I'm fucking shit.
Mm.
Yeah. One more.
And we've done it a lot.
Sorry.
Too.
What's that?
We've done that a lot.
Absolutely. Interesting one here, and because tiny little story I want to finish with it. But is it okay to quit? Really fucking interesting here. Is it okay to quit? Right? Or better question, how do you know the difference when to quit or simply diverse and change course? That's fucking deep.
That's in terms of business.
Anything.
I think in terms of business, you only really fail when you quit. So I like that. Now there's a point where you can't keep banging your head against the wall and doing the same thing repeatedly over and over. If it's not working, something's got to change. So yes and no.
Mm.
The most successful people are just the ones who refuse to quit.
Yeah.
Which I love, that you're not going to win every day.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep moving forward.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just a matter of
just
changing.
So yeah, you've got to pivot. And same thing like, pre-lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Gym was pumping, 200 members.
Mm.
I was doing 2 hours a week.
Yeah.
Of face-to-face.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
I now do like 45 hours of one-on-one coaching a week.
Yeah.
Plus admin, plus all the sales. Well, help with Jerry, but
yeah, of course.
I had to pivot. Like if I didn't pivot in lockdown, Revive wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
So I had to go back into one-on-one and offer what I could, diversify, 2-on-1s, small groups, whatever. And now you kind of you look back and you're like, fuck, that was hard. But I wasn't willing to watch what I'd built die.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
From someone else's.
You get so attached to it, man. That's what I mean. There's so much feeling between something you've created.
And you even get more pissed off because you're like, it would have died because of someone else.
Yeah.
Because they forced me to shut.
Andrews.
If you're watching Dan. They forced me to shut. It was out of my control, and that's what made me really fucking angry during.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I busted my ass for 12 years to grow that.
Mm.
Or 10 years.
I'm not going to have it taken away because of...
I'm not going to lose it overnight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure it's open. And, you know, where I am in Eltham, pre-lockdown, there was like 14 gyms on the block. I'm talking like commercial block.
Yeah.
300-meter square block. There's now like 7.
Mm.
So it's kind of like I'm like a little cockroach. I just keep surviving.
Yeah, which is great.
So it's kind of like I want to win, and Mill hates when I say that. I just want to win.
Mm.
So I want to be known as the best group training facility.
Yeah.
I want to be known as the one that has been here the whole time.
It's outlasted everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's also important that you've got the humility and what's the word? Business smarts to know when to turn, right? If something, like you said, you're banging against the wall. If something's not right, then I'm just going to go, okay, am I out of control right now? I'm just going to turn. And this is where I want to say it's funny because I started getting back on my audiobooks just to kind of switch my brain on again. I went off it a bit and started listening to some because, you know, it's like they get very competitive, you know. Oh, you want to be successful, start a product like Apple. There you go, grow. It's like, no, that doesn't help me, okay? Bear Bros is not Apple, okay? But anyway, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I started listening to that. I like the old man talking on it. It sounds like my dad and my granddad talking to me. I just relate to it a bit better. He sort of told this story about a commander ship out in the ocean, you know, heading towards wherever, and there was a light in front of it, and he got on the radio, and he's like, hey, we're on a collision course. You need to diverse and change course. And the other guy replied, and he goes, no, you need to change course. I'm not changing course. And it's like, I'm the commander. You need to change course. I'm a seaman. You need to change course. And it's this back and forward argue. And then he goes, listen here, I'm the commander of an SS-7 battleship. You will change course. The other guy goes, I'm a lighthouse. I can't change course.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, no worries, I'll change course. It's sort of related. I just thought it was fucking funny to add.
You know, we look back at things like fitness first, right?
Yeah.
Diversify or adapt or die.
Yeah.
And if you don't adapt, especially fitness industry, that's where I kind of feel like we're lucky in the sense that we're doing well and we haven't changed. But you see all these other things pop up and they're like, you're all competing in the same space.
Mm.
You can't all succeed because you're offering the same thing. You know, look at Tesla.
Yeah.
People thought they were stupid. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Electric
Yeah.
cars, good luck. Exploded.
The online space with coaching is incredibly flooded, and it's very, I'm going to say very hard to like break into that. I still do a little bit here and there for those wondering. But I feel I will forever be a face-to-face guy. I really enjoy that. And if my body is coping, I will always be that. I feel eventually it's going to get back to that. I feel people are going to start to get over the online stuff. There's only so much value. It seems to be increasing to like $150, sometimes $200 a week for online stuff. I'm like, really? That's a thing?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you paying that?
So funny.
As opposed to face-to-face. So people are not getting that connection anymore. They're not like, you know, there's only so much value I feel you can get it. Whereas if face-to-face, I can still touch you appropriately, you know, do this or whatever it may be. And that human connection, I just feel people are going to go back to that. And when they do, I'm still the only one doing it on the planet besides you.
And perfect example, I've had a client who does one-on-ones bring in their online coaching program. Can you please take me through it?
Yeah.
It's like, hang on, you're paying him.
So what do you say?
Well, I said, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Give me a look at it. Okay, well, we're going to do this differently. We're going to do that differently.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, so what do you think about this program? Yeah, it's okay. Looks fairly generic.
Yeah.
What's your goal? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, no, I don't like the program.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Okay, cool. You're welcome. I just saved you $80 a week. So it's funny. It's like they want the program, but they still need the face-to-face.
Yeah.
And that's that. Just basic human desire, connection, stuff like this, face-to-face. You'll never, and that was our biggest struggle for Fit Dads.
Of course. Yeah.
And that was probably pivot. Well, how do you pivot online? You probably can't.
Mm.
So it's like, yeah.
Is Matty Horndog still on Facebook? I sometimes hear from Matty Horndog. I hope he actually messaged me and said that he's listening to podcasts. So shout out to Matty Horndog here because he was in charge of our whole Fit Dads group. We didn't do anything. He was the one making us money. Thank you, Matty Horndog.
He was
we took away 12, 15 grand out of that project. We did all right.
And it was you get a awesome online community.
Yeah.
Never met. Oh, we met Maddie.
Yeah. He
Face to
came in
face.
for a thing. Yeah.
And I forgot his name. The fella from Bendigo, the guy who came and trained with us. Remember?
Not Matt, the guy that won the whole thing, like the one that we chose.
I've had a mental blank.
Bendigo. My neck of the
Tall,
woods.
grey hair, pretty fit.
Yeah.
Or maybe he came and trained with me.
Yeah.
But he lived in maybe Bendigo or Ballarat, something out there.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we didn't meet anyone.
Yeah.
So our need for that connection thing was purely online, and it was like, this
Started
is cool,
to die a
but
bit.
it's
The idea
like
was cool. The money was kind of coming in a little bit.
not
but
morally aligned.
yes. Yeah.
Which makes
It's
it
hard.
hard.
It's hard then because it was sort of to a point where it's like we are chasing the dollar
Yeah.
because there's only so much value we could put with it, right? So at the end of the day, if you provide value, the money will come. But it was very hard to put the value to these guys. No disrespect, but especially when it's like, you know, they're used to sinking 20 beers a night. It's like, how do you get them off that?
And you can't, and you don't have that. Oi,
Look at me. Put the fucking
What are
beer
you
down,
doing?
man. Yeah.
you're paying me to help you. You're not helping yourself.
Yeah.
But it's like, how's the programming? Yeah, great, awesome. Well, that's as much as we know.
Yeah. Why is nothing
So
filled
it's
out?
hard
Because I
to-
just looked at it.
Yeah, and it's hard because you don't have that accountability of someone looking you in the eye and going, "Why aren't you doing this?" And that's the stuff I love,
Yeah.
and that's the reason I got into doing retreats.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, if I'm training someone once or twice a week, imagine if I had them for like 24 hours a day, 7 days.
Yeah.
What could I do with them?
Mm.
How much could I shift mindset or break a habit or little things that they wouldn't do in their normal environment?
Yeah.
Or that we can't do in 2 45-minute sessions.
Yeah.
And you have big breakthroughs. Oh, okay, I see. 5 days a week is really good. And they're just light bulb moments.
Yeah.
And diversify.
Yeah. Mate, we'll probably leave it there. We could go for about 4 hours and do part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we've got lives to get back to. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me, whether it was on Spotify or seeing our ugly mugs on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that fun shit. I've been Ryan. He's been Liam. He's been Alex. Peace out.